Away team selection Florida Gators. Ready. 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 Ready.
Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field.
Entering play call screen.
The Seminoles will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10.
3 to 4. Special field goal. Commit 3 win. Error for categories. Cover 4 quarter. Cover 3 stop. Corner blitz free. Cover 3 has made all. Any. Cover 3 match.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow in 2nd and 7.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes against man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Seminoles. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need to put points on the board.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Number 6.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Looking to fire. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the whole crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man.
I love the start for this quarterback. Third down, obviously money down. Got to have success, but to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
And the Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
The big fella in the middle. Man, those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Here's a heat. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball and force the incompletion.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Finds a little space. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He just missed the target on them, but got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
That's caught. It's Kane. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Looking to throw again. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. What's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Now adjusting. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Right on target this time. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the upright. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
When close, there are 2 categories. You have 9 options. HB stretch is selected.
They'll leave it with him. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
HB stretch.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Trying play action. Bring in the heat. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter.
HB swing. Entering play call. Ace offset. Outside zone.
First play of the period, 1st down here. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Fires to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The give is to Williams. Just willed his way for a couple after 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd down, going up top. Got a man. It's White. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. The Seminoles brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
On the direct snap, it's Williams. And this is blown up, going nowhere as the defense was ready for the Wildcat.
Well, the offense is trying to go with the trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Audible.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads it left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The sweet feet buy a little time. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Coach suggestions.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And the Noles decide to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the returner will be dragged down.
Entering play call formation. There are 6 categories. There are 4 subcategories. Options set to 27 plays. You have 7 options. There are 4 categories. Cover 4 cons.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Got his man. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Duke. He got a step and just dusted the field.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
And they did tack on the extra
Entering
point.
play call, we had 7
That
options.
was going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
2 categories, T attack, flanker dig, Y off, AHD zone WK.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's the handoff. Spins away from the defender. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Knowles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Slings it downfield. He's got it. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
We need a 2-minute offense. When you're this explosive, this offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before the half.
The give is to Williams. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Williams. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's McLaughlin. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. And the Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's McCoy. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
Drive.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Caught over the middle, it's McCoy. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
There are 8 categories.
As a defense, you're going to give up plays. The receivers are going to make nice catches, but it's your job to limit the damage. Great job by the defense. As soon as he catches the football, they get him on the ground. Don't allow any of those big plays after the catch.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 34 yards is selected.
So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead.
We love to see that, right? They put themselves in a position at the end of the half to take the lead. They put it on their kicker. He knocks it through the uprights. So nothing but good vibes for this team now with the lead heading in at halftime.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime.
Entering play call, you have 7 options.
The Blue Devils will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
There are 8 categories. There are 22 subcategories. Pop, sing, east. You have AHP off tackle.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll open the second half on the ground. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
That is a great response by this defense. You know you went into the half, you made some adjustments, talked about, listen, we're not down that much, we're very much in this game, but it starts with the first possession. And how about the first play, they get a sack?
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Blue Devils have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. Quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy game. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Using his legs, it's Moore. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Cover 1, Robert.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down of the dope. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback adapting. Creates a little room. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
You have 21 options.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, he can get first downs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now he's looking to throw it. Rushes on him. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Entering play call.
And you got to get locked into the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators will tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack.
Touchdown, Blue Devils! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Entering play call.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Formation, split point, empty and inside zone, outside zone.
They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give is to Williams. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Castellanos. Finds his man, it's Williams. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the third quarter.
Entering inside zone split, empty and inside zone, slot F-wing, AHB, Texas.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield on first down. Scrambling away. Going to try to get it himself. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
This is a good example of spacing in the passing game. You get the ball to your receiver quickly and just give him a little bit of space so that he has the ability to turn around and make a guy miss and then go get extra yards.
The Seminoles are on the move. Ocean from the wideout. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Entering play, juice, exit RPO, chip coco, corner goes flat.
The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He rifles one deep to the left. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Outside zone, or WRH, YSAL.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
Categories.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football.
He's loose. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Moore. Spins away from the defense. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this is a moment with the lead made on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. High ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Duke! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Entering play call.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
Categories. There are 22 subcategories. Option assist, pistol, wing club, T-attack.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15.
Audible.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's got it down the left. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
AHB stretch. T-attack. Y off trips. AHB zone WK.
One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's White. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. The Seminoles come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Now the play fake. And And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Working that left side now. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Let's it fly. And that one is picked up in the end zone. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Blue Devils, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Trying to beat the D deep. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Return to main menu. Entering home screen, play friend is selected. Play now. Dynasty is mini games is open practice is selected. Entering team ready. Entering concept played. Formation, split from empty and outside zone. Slot F-Link, A's, outside zone. Zid. Max protect, max protect, max protect, max protect.
Set, ready, over. Let's go. Set. Move. Hot. Black 14. Black 14. Set. Let's go. Ready. Say hot.
And empty inside zone split. Max protect.
Blue 22. White 29. White 29. Hot.
Entering play call, split pro near. There are 22 categories. You have 12 options. Inside zone split is selected. Corner strike. Empty and inside zone. Option is set to play call. Flood, trio RT, formation. There are 7 categories. There are 20. Squirrel white. You have 6. Slug go.
Red 18! Red 18!
Up. Entering play call, player. There are 7 categories. You have 8 options. Squirrel white is selected. Lawing McCoy. Thick bubble wheel.
White 53! White 53! Red 29! Red 29! Black 88! Tag! Black 18! Black 18! Set!
Up. Sluggo.
Here we go. Set. Red 50.
Backs, backs, up.
White 29. White 20. Say hi. White 80. White 80.
Entering, square, player, there are 7, squirrel white, you have 60 options, slants is selected.
Set. Say hi. Red 18. Red 18. White 53. White 53.
Up. Enter, exit to main, entering, yes, exit to menu. Entering home screen, open practice. Game settings is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 53 options. See, visual feedback is, audio settings is selected. On the Master auto subs is selected. Audio, visual feedback is selected. Audio settings is selected. Audio presets option. Audio output device type option is set to surrounds. Visual feedback is selected. CPUs, player, pin, accessibility is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team from the American, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. And he'll be stopped at the 17. The give is to Williams. He never had a chance to get it to the edge in first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that one. On target to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
He turns that loose down the right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. Maybe a little long for a field goal, definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. The Tigers pick up the first down.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. They're working that left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell out.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes a connection. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Green. And they pick up just a few on that completion. LSU quick to the line. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Caught near the sticks. It's Green. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. LSU lining up 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that strong play on 1st down, they're right on the cusp of a score. 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Copeland. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 coming up. They'll go to the ground. Inside the 45. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
And the Knowles, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Copeland. Stopped just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pick up of 10 and the 1st down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run. Now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. The Knowles will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. Oh, he's got some space. It's a seam wide open. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point makes it 14-3. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. The give is to Williams. There he goes. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. To the air, it's Castellanos. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. You got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To the air on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's fourth down. Out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The quick out. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Castellanos. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs in some receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with this target.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempt so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Converts on 4th down, still going. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Looking to the big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Motion from the wide receiver. The give is to Williams. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Davis. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Seminoles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To throw, it's Castellanos. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT. And
it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Green. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throws for the tight end. Touchdown LSU! And the route is on.
Nice job on the route and catch by the tight end scoring that touchdown. And it doesn't matter what play this offense calls. All game long, everything has been working. This has been a master class in offensive productivity.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Finds the tight end. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They finally get to it. What a play there to pick up the first down.
You got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's McLaughlin. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Timeout called by the offense, a mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back. It's Castellanos. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet. Move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.